Yeah, so I'm Samuel Etienne. I'm a studies director at École pratique des hautes études, EPHE, Paris Sciences Lettres in Paris, France. My background is I'm a geomorphologist, so I'm in earth science studies, but I've been a fanzine publisher for more than 30 years ago. I've moved 2 years ago on my expertise area, domain of research, from earth science to fanzine, or also science zines. And I'm more involved in the do-it-yourself publishing. And this is going to be my presentation, how scientists of any kind can empower themselves in regards to the publishing industry.
Okay. If you want to proceed, then Anne, when is presenting, she will present herself, and Ondina too. If you want to proceed your presentation.
So you've got the title. So what if researchers stop feeding the capitalistic academic publishing industry? What if academics refuse to work for free for high profit-making publishers? And what if academics start creating do-it-yourself journals like fanzines? You know that self-governance of science lays on two principles: autonomy and peer evaluations. And to remove bias from self-governance, scientists have adopted metrics as an objective judge. Publish or perish became the new divine punishment. At first sight, the web of science is a matter of metrics. But beside science, we have the web, which has evolved as a trap. It's a trap. In the web of science, the Spider-Man is always hungry, and the Spider-Man is having you for dinner tonight. In the web of science, you will feel like you're being eaten by 1,000 million shivering furry owls. And you know that in the morning, you will wake up in the shivering cold. For it's much too late to get away, but we can still turn on the light. As stated by Mark Neff, 2020, economists may not have terms adequate to describe a market as dysfunctional as the one operating for academic publishing. Extraordinary profit margins, 33%, echo with increasing publishing fees on intellectual property grabbing. Predatory publishing is the new black market. We may have collectively forgot that scientific journals were originally created by academic individuals or small organizations like Société Savante with no given publishing skills. Antipode, the radical geographical journal, was created by undergraduate students in 1969, okay, and is spread all across the USA. The first issues were mimeographed with cut and paste editing that will become more familiar half a decade later with do-it-yourself fanzines. When French sociologists Luc Boltanski and Pierre Bourdieu launched Actes de la recherche en sciences sociales in 1975, they had no experience in self-publishing. Boltanski confessed afterwards that he was directly inspired by Schtroumpf, a French comic fanzine published at that time, to create a fanzine dedicated to sociology. Schtroumpf in French means Smurfies. Innovation in academic research takes place in shadowed areas, and academic publishers must support innovation by providing efficient ways of disseminations. But over the last 2 decades, publishers have steadily transferred the editing process in the hands of researchers, editing maps, editing figures, editing text, filling templates, formatting bibliography, etc. Predatory publishers have abandoned the time-consuming and costly process of editing, becoming solely printers, binders, sellers, but creating high profits in the end. And often trying to keep the copyright on research they have not funded. So we must realize that we have the skills to create and run our own academic journal without the grip of the publishing industry. We have power of creation and control in our hands more than we think. True example, in 1998, while I was a PhD student, I founded with my friend Jérôme Guibert the non-for-profit DIY publishing company Mélanie Sétain. And in 2002, weeks after the completion of my own PhD thesis, we launched a new academic journal, Volume, to offer a publishing support for young researchers studying popular music. There was no support at that time for this kind of new research. This journal still exists and is now the French Journal of Popular Music Studies. At that time, we initiated this editorial venture without professional publishing skills, but we had 10 years of fanzine publishing background that gave us the audacity to try. Since a couple of years, ETIENNE have emerged. Academic zines are cheap publications that record and support research in action. They can be written, edited, and published within a single day. They capture in real time science in progress. With ZINES journal, we have the project to run an international peer journal dedicated to the studies of amateur and do-it-yourself media of any kind, from fanzine to webzine, perzine to science zines, artzine to poezine, and even alternate history zines that are very numerous. ZINES is a multidisciplinary journal open to all scientific disciplines, from social sciences to medical sciences, art and design, media studies. ZINES is run by volunteer forces. It's a print journal, but all papers remain copyleft and will be available for free online within 2 years after publication. Publishing includes also a web TV with special events every month, and this web TV will be launched tomorrow. To conclude, if you allow me to paraphrase Mark Perry from seminal punk fanzine Sniffing Glue, I will conclude this way. So that's about it. If this Robert Maxwell up in Oxford can do it, why can't you? So everybody starts an academic fanzine and flood the market. Let's destroy all the established academics' mind. Thank you.
Thank you.